Strike a pose!
Yeah.
What did I tell you? You are, without a doubt, my best drinking buddy in all of Nogcry.
You're too kind, Mr. Varka. Truth is, though, I am but a dabbler when it comes to spirits. Yours, my friend, is a truly superior palate.
Ah, Traveler! What impeccable timing. Fancy a drink?
I believe something on the milder side would be suitable for you, Miss Traveler. As it happens, Mr. Dimyon is away on business. Allow me to prepare your drink in his stead. What'll it be then? Something sweet? Or perhaps with a little tang to it? You seem a little tired. Something tangy to invigorate the senses, maybe. Perhaps a splash of lemon juice.
Can't say I've ever had any sour liquor before. Closest I get is drinking something sour after the alcohol to sober up. Actually, now that I think about it, it's been a long time since I tasted Noelle's hangover soup. She'd always toss in wolf hooks and berry juice. My drinking stamina's really taken a hit without it. The thought of it makes me want to head back to Mondstadt.
Here you go. It may be nameless, but I'm confident it'll lift your spirits. Miss Paimon, allow me to present this freshly squeezed juice. I've included a bit of pulp to further enhance its texture.
Wow! Thank you!
Mr. Varka, have a sip of this.
Oh, I get a serving too? What's this? The sobering up round after the party? This is... Oh, the taste of wolf hook! Where did you even get this? When?
Your longing for Mondstadt is quite evident, and I happen to have an eye for such subtleties. In any case, I trust that this fruit shall bring you some measure of cheer.
Not bad at all. Shame, though. Can't find anyone else to keep me company on marathon drinking sessions here in Notcry. That said, I don't think you've ever quite drunk your fill.
If you're referring to the experience of being utterly absorbed in exquisite wine, allowing one's thoughts to wander freely and relishing the act of doing so, then I suppose vanishes without a trace. But while certain robust spirits may ignite a blaze, I can't say it's ever really made me feel that way.
Ha! That's only because the stuff we've got isn't strong enough. Like the fire water from Snezhnaya. You've definitely tried that before, right?
Of course. But it's been some time now, so my recollection has grown faint.
I'll get us a barrel one of these days. Then we can drink to our heart's content.
I shall defer to your judgment, Mr. Varka. First, however, allow me to raise a toast to this most pleasant evening encounter.
All right. Ha ha ha. Cheers!
Cheers!
Here's to a delightful evening.
To, the moon!
Indeed, to the moon.
That's weird. Jean said this is where the event is supposed to be, but there's nothing here. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, this is where our journey officially began. That sure brings back memories. Kinda nostalgic, really. Even after all this time, this place hasn't changed one bit. Ah, look who's getting all sentimental and poetic. Well, we still need to find Jean and the others. Let's have a look around. Yeah. Paimon remembers there used to be hydro slime hiding here, but it's gotta be gone now, right? Whoa! A fungus? Are those supposed to be in Mondstadt? Not that these are a real threat to us at this point, but still!
They said this isn't hard enough. Should I grab a geofishing for the next round then?
Is this really the time to get competitive?
Did you hear that, Paimon?
Hear what?
Must have been my imagination then.
Huh? Why did someone hang Jumpy Dumpty mines all over this tree? What? But they don't look alike. You can't even eat them. Hold on. Could this be an event setup thing? Not a lot of people come here, but a bomb's still a bomb. If someone gets hurt by accident, Clee's gonna get marched off to the confinement room again. Yeah, but let's take a picture with the camera before we take them down. First the fungus, and now this? Something weird is going on. If it turns out not to be event-related, it'll be good to have a record of what we found. You couldn't just compliment Paimon's smarts like a regular person? Whatever. Paimon will take it. Better than being called emergency food, at least. Anyway, it never hurts to be careful. We've seen through lots of tricks, but we've also gotten the short end of the stick a bunch of times, too. Paimon likes the optimism. Come on, let's get that picture taken. Then, get rid of these bombs. fireworks. Guess there was no danger after all. Were those meant to welcome us or something? Anyway, we should be good here. Let's keep going. Huh. What was it Paimon said back then? Ah, right. Oh, wow. That's a statue of the seven! Among the seven gods, this god controls the wind. You remember too. It's weird though. It seems like there's something different about it. Let's take a closer look. Huh. Paimon's next line was...
As we all know,
Right! Poetry and language flow like the wind! Look! There really is something wrong with this statue of the seven! Okay, Paimon's sure of it now. This can't be for an event. No one in their right mind would replace that huge statue of the seven with a statue of Klee. Yeah, and well made too. But that's not the point. You're not weirded out by this? Oh, you're right. This must be Alice's doing. She could put 100 Klee statues all around Mondstadt and Paimon still wouldn't be surprised. That explains the other weird stuff we saw up till now, too. She must have asked Jean to write that letter so we'd lower our guard. No, wait! Maybe that was Alice just pretending to be Jean. Paimon wouldn't put it past her. Yeah, Paimon's not upset. The surprises were nice, and this statue is pretty cool. Plus, we got to take a little trip down memory lane. Makes Paimon feel all warm and fuzzy, remembering where it all began. What do we do now, though? There's nobody around. If this is some sort of elaborate prank, guess we're in it until the people behind it jump out and say, "Gotcha!" Huh? What does that mean? Oh, yeah. And there could be even more. Guess all there's left to do is touch that statue and find out. Maybe it'll give you the power of pyro or something.
The world opens itself before those with noble hearts.
Sparks and splash! You were right! Alice is full of surprises. Good guessing on your part. Let's keep going and see what else we find.
way.
Okay, we all remember what Paimon said back then. Anyway, since he's here, that must mean we're about to meet another old friend in these woods. Then, Dvalin was tainted by the Abyss, and Tone-Deaf Bard was about to heal his wounds. But your control over Animo wasn't so great, so they noticed you and ran off. But you've had tons of practice since then, so mistakes like that should be a thing of the past, right? Sure. Here goes nothing. Well, this is awkward. You really hung Paimon out to dry there, Traveler.
Apologies. You were just even livelier than I remembered, and I wasn't expecting it.
Which means mission accomplished on the surprise front, I suppose. What do you say, Alice? High marks.
Oh, yes, indeed. That was fantastic. I've recorded it all, in fact.
Huh! So you were watching us all along. And hold on. You can't just record people like that.
What a delightful reunion. Welcome to Mondstadt, you two. The place where it all began.
Lovely to see you, dearies. So what's the verdict? Did our special welcome ceremony meet the mark?
It was very... you, that's for sure. Paimon can't believe the Knights of Favonius let you go that far. Where'd you move the real statue of the Seven, anyway?
Oh, gracious me. You still haven't figured it out. If I had actually done something to that statue, I would have been locked up in the teensy room next door by now. Certainly not my idea of a pleasant afternoon.
So, what's going on here?
Ah, now you're asking the right questions, Paimon.
The answer lies over here.
Nicole? You're here too?
That's right. Our two lovely mages are here on vacation. In fact, everything you just experienced was their handiwork. But I'll leave the explanations to Miss Nicole. I trust you're well acquainted with her skill at explaining all manner of magic and phenomena.
Yep. We experienced that firsthand in Nocry.
This bubble is a new kind of magic Alice and I invented. Inside it is a small world created using a person's memories. When you were busy reading that invitation to Mondstadt, Alice took the opportunity to place you within it.
Oh, we didn't even notice.
Huh, I wouldn't be much of a dodo king if I couldn't pull off a simple trick like that.
All that to say, the things you saw weren't real. They only exist within this bubble. Ah, except for Venti and Dvalin, of course. I invited Venti, and he brought the dragon along.
It's not every day you get to relive the beginning of your journey. It feels like listening to a verse you haven't heard in a while, right? You might not remember the name or melody, and still, you start humming along in no time. I'm assuming your trip down memory lane was similarly nostalgic.
does Jean know about this or not? Paimon's starting to think that invitation letter was a fake.
Oh, no. Jean wrote that herself, I assure you. I wouldn't dare forge a letter under her name.
Huh. So you do draw the line somewhere.
Not with my daughter in her clutches. If you ever become a mother, you'll understand.
Oh, come on! It's not like she's being held hostage.
The point is, this magical bubble was created at the request of the Knights of Favonius. With the expedition in Nodcry coming to an end, the Knights will be home before long.
Varka thinks it's better to give people time to reunite with their families, so he told Jean to hold off on a huge welcome reception for now. Of course, Jean has her own thoughts on the matter. You can get the details from her soon.
As things stand, we're keeping the reception small, but there will be some activities. This magic bubble is one of them. The returning knights can use it to catch up on all the major events that have occurred in Mondstadt while they were gone.
Simply put, it's a reenactment of your adventures.
Indeed. The ultimate goal is for everyone to have a chance to take part in the excitement.
So, what about the parts that took a few, creative liberties?
Oh, those were there because the bubble world is still being transcribed and debugged. Memories are easy to extract, and the resulting information density is fine, but it's not exactly a stable medium. If memories are the only thing used to recreate a world, it's hard to ensure a lack of deviations. For example, these memories belong to Venti, but even for someone like him, whose memories are quite reliable, there is bound to be some variance. Not to mention, on their own, memories lack an interactive component, so I added some self-deductive capabilities to this magic, which exacerbated the instability issues, unfortunately.
Yeah, that, makes sense.
For instance, say we're recording memories and Lisa happens to fly into a fury over some overdue library books at the same time. A powerful thunderstorm might unfold in the bubble world out of nowhere. Luckily, there's a simple solution. We just have to send someone to scout things out first. Then we can manually correct anything that doesn't make sense.
Exactly. Plus, once the recording is complete, the magic will loop, so there won't be further deviations and we won't need real people to act things out. Ah, and before it's all said and done, we'll be sure to cover up your identity, Venti.
Much appreciated. Otherwise, buying around at the Angels share is gonna be much more of a hassle.
Huh. Like you're the one who does the buying.
It's settled then. We'll allow you to be the first to relive these precious memories, and in return, you'll be our eyes on the inside.
Yeah, but it sounds like fun. Besides, we already snapped a few pics of some potential bugs, like that weird statue of the Seven.
Oh, no, Paimon. That one was entirely intentional.
What? Seriously?
As the creator of this world, I'm afforded a bit of creative license, I would think. Creating this bubble was no easy task. Is a little personal touch too much to ask for?
I doubt anyone will mind. As far as I'm concerned, you're free to do as you please. This is Mondstadt, after all.
Oh, well. Paimon can't argue with that.
In that case, we'll be counting on you to continue testing our work tomorrow.
It's still early. Why not check out the other events at the testing grounds in the meantime? Jean should be there too.
Yeah, we'll go say hi. She's the one who invited us, after all.
I think nothing of it. Now that the world is at peace, you two are overdue for a vacation. Best to make the most of it.
Dvalin appeared a little late, but his sparks and splash triggered a deep magical reverberation. Background music needs to start half a second later. I should put another instance if now the diagnostics are failing. I just don't get it.
Nicole, dear, stop fretting. You're projecting rather loudly, you know.
Every detail is within your control, huh? Color me impressed. And didn't you say Kleiner would be making the trip with you this time, Alice?
He's been delayed, I'm afraid. Troublesome happenings on another planet. And of course, just when he jumped through all those hoops to make it back to Tevat, Dottore starts causing trouble. The border is a terrible mess even now. So, unfortunately, his vacation has been postponed. Just yesterday, he did give us a call on the Dodo communication device, though. As you can imagine, Klee was pleased as punch to hear her dad's voice.
I see. Being a seeker is a tough job indeed.
Be quiet within the premises and refrain from making a racket.
On me!
Yes, good work. We'll go with this setup.
Hey, Jean! We're here!
Honorary Knight, Paimon, welcome back. Did you have a good time in Alice's magic bubble?
Yeah, it was so cool! Paimon's looking forward to getting back in there tomorrow.
I'll be sure not to spoil it then. I imagine you might be interested in what went into the preparation, though. I loved the idea when Alice brought it up, but I knew it would take a great deal of reenactors, not to mention recruiting Dvalin. Luckily, Venti, or rather, Lord Barbados, agreed to help. After that, I opened up recruitment to the people of Mondstadt. Countless volunteers jumped at the chance to reenact your stories, Honorary Knight. It took me 2 days just to read through all the applications. A lot of people have gotten involved, and that includes quite a few familiar faces as well.
Are you one of them?
Yes, according to Alice, I'm one of the leading ladies.
Yeah, there are other activities here too, right? Sounds like there's a lot on your plate.
Well, such are the duties of the acting Grandmaster. I'm used to it. For those of us who have been holding down the fort, so to speak, the return of the expedition team is a matter of great importance. The Grandmaster contacted me and said not to organize a grand reception on their behalf, and I understand where he's coming from. I'm sure the team will be exhausted upon returning, and making a big fuss might just tire them out further.
I'm sensing a butt in there somewhere. Tone-deaf Bard said you had other ideas.
Yes, well, those of us here in Mondstadt have been awaiting their return for a long time. Resuming normal life after such a long expedition will be quite an adjustment. An official welcome might help them feel at home and reacclimate to life here. Not to mention, it's a chance for the people to show them no matter how long we've been apart, we're still family. Yes, absolutely. And I don't know, perhaps I am overstepping. I just hope the Grandmaster isn't too upset.
So, besides the whole bubble thing, what have you got planned?
Here, I'll show you. First, this is an arena we've set up to showcase Favonius blade work. The cavalry company is in charge of this one. I'm sure there will be some exciting sparring sessions.
Ooh, that means we'll get to see Kaya on stage!
That's right. Compared to me, he's much better at keeping things interesting, even when the subject matter is quite serious. I can think of no better person for the job.
You're as modest as ever, huh, Jean?
Over here, we're running a wind glider speed shooting event. It's not hard to guess who's in charge of this one, I'm sure. Yes, her gliding skills are top-notch, and she's quite creative when it comes to event design. Be sure to check it out when the time comes. There's also a booth that will serve as a reception area where people can relax and chat with each other. A few simple games will be available as well. Hertha is in charge of the drink stall, but we're still working on the menu.
Well, the more alcohol options, the better, I think. The expedition team likes the strong stuff.
Fair point. Huh?
What's with that face?
Grandmaster, you're back? Has the entire team returned as well? Well, apologies, we're not quite done with the preparations, but I assure you, it's limited to what you see here. We're exercising the utmost restraint.
Hey. Relax, Jean, relax. No need to get all formal with me. I split from the group to make it back first. Pretend I'm not even here. Besides, I knew you'd want to surprise us, no matter what I said.
Oh, I see.
If I didn't tell you to put on the brakes, I knew you'd go full throttle and start planning the next Ludi Harpastum or Windbloom Festival. You put so much pressure on yourself, diving headfirst into the deep end without thinking about how much is on your plate. I just didn't want you to overwork yourself, that's all.
Oh, wow. That's actually really nice of you.
Yeah, well, looking out for my fellow knights comes with a job. As for the event, food, drink, and fun in spades without too much pomp and circumstance. Yeah, just like a Mondstadt festival should be. The team will feel at home in no time.
That's far too kind, Grandmaster. But thank you.
I mean it, you know? Just trust my judgment. Anyway, you two got a sec? Now that I'm finally back in my old stomping grounds, let me treat you to a meal. I'll even introduce you to the Good Hunter's secret menu.
Oh, nice! Paimon's never heard of that before.
What's wrong? Not hungry?
Actually, Grandmaster, there's a few things I'd love for you to look over, since you seem to have some time to spare. Perhaps we could go back to headquarters first.
Hang on, you know this is just a pit stop, right? There's not going to be time for me to take over the whole shebang.
Of course. Still, you are the Grandmaster.
Oh, you have no idea what this means. I'll be trapped in the office until tomorrow morning.
It's not that dramatic. If we make haste, we'll finish before dawn.
As much as Paimon wants to check out that secret menu, you should at least do some work now that you're back.
All right. Oh, let's go. Guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Hello there, Honorary Knight and the Helper in White.
It's so nice to meet you, Honorary Knight and Lady Paimon. Glenfidia, at your service.
Looks like you're in a good mood, Hertha. And nice to meet you, Glenfidia. By the looks of things, you're about ready to open?
Indeed. Thanks to some help from the Angel's Share and the Cat's Tail, our drink stand is ready to go. Besides all the classics, we also mix cocktails to order and are currently offering a limited-time delivery service.
Cocktails? Do you remember that time we served as bartenders at the Angel Share? And recently, you've also shown off your skills at the flagship in Nockrag. We sure have come a long way, huh?
The only thing is, our current drink selection is quite traditional, and it stopped feeling fresh long before the expedition began. To offer everyone some more exciting choices, we're planning to revamp our menu. But I need to get back to handling resident requests, and Glenfiddich doesn't have much experience mixing drinks. Plus, we've got a whole bunch of outstanding delivery orders on hand. Honorary Knight, if you're free, could you maybe help us out for a while, just until my other squad gets back from the Stormbearer Mountains?
You'll be amply compensated, of course, plus double pay for overtime, depending on your performance metrics.
Paimon's not sure what performance metrics are, but she's happy to help with deliveries. As the best guide into that, Paimon needs to keep up with the changing times. Besides, this'll give her the chance to explore the city and stay up to date with all the recent goings-on.
Working with you two is always such a breeze.
I'll do my best to support Lady Paimon in any way I can. I'm very skilled when it comes to things like portioning out drinks.
All right. Well, if you're ready to, then let's get to work.
Oh my, it looks like Hertha has gone back to her duties, and Glenfiddich is away somewhere too. Has our dear cutie taken complete charge of the drink stand? Wonderful. Now I can order without worrying about ending up with one of the logistics company's specials. The type of drink that keeps you awake all night, leaving you no choice but to pass the time working. That's right. I'm just a carefree librarian now. If only there weren't so many people with overdue books, and I didn't have to go door to door to get them back. I would have dropped by to chat with you sooner, and try out your delightful creations, of course. Let me think. I don't really have a favorite drink. Just wrestle me up something rejuvenating that'll lift my spirits. And if it could help me nod off to sleep later, that would be even better.
Here's a snow-kissed dawn. I hope you like it.
It's delicious, cutie. Pleasantly tart, sweet, but not cloying, smooth on the palate, with a refreshing aftertaste. If anything, though, I seem to be feeling a little more energetic than I'd like. Perhaps you've unwittingly unraveled Glenfiddich's secret and concocted an even more effective pick-me-up? Don't worry, there's no rush. Your eyes are aglow with curiosity. as though you have many more questions to ask. Let's chat for a while. Take your time. Inspiration will come soon enough. Since you're asking, it's been a bit of an unusual day. There's a chef, fresh out of training in Fontaine, who's recently taken up a position at the Goth Grand Hotel. She borrowed our most valuable book, the Mondstadt Millennial Compendium of Desserts. Apparently, she plans to use dessert-making techniques to improve the taste of various savory dishes. Something about reducing their greasiness. Indeed, and judging by the results, she rather overdid it with the caramel sauce. What should have been fragrant meat slices ended up tasting nauseatingly sweet. Caramel sauce is such a fantastic ingredient, you know? It never fails to please when added to drinks. Sometimes, I even add a spoonful to my afternoon tea. Improving food, I suppose, isn't always about being as creative as possible. Oh, this? That was for another of today's little errands. A large contingent of the expedition team will be returning to Mondstadt soon. They've been away for such a long time, so there's a good chance many of their tastes have changed. Jean asked me to visit some of their families to try and get a better understanding of what new ingredients might satisfy our knights' changing preferences. Well, they've all devoted their blood, sweat, and time to protecting Mondstadt. They deserve some care and respect in return. Based on what I gathered, the most requested ingredient was cacahuatl from Natlan. It seems like our knights have developed a taste for cocoa. In their letters, many of them mention that they rely on cocoa to keep themselves energized. I've tried hot cocoa myself, and I must say, I find it just as effective as coffee when it comes to staying alert. Surely you're not suggesting I'd take this opportunity to sneak off on a little countryside wander. You caught me. My investigations into Mondstadt's lesser-known drinks took me to Dawn Winery, where I had a little chat with the head housemaid, Adelind. On my way back, I ran into Emmetall out on patrol. She'd encountered some monsters she didn't know how to deal with, and in her desperation, asked for my help. I accompanied her on a detour to Wolvendam to teach some raving hounds a lesson. It's been a while since I've had such an invigorating workout. Lately? So careful with your wording, cutie. Is that because you think that I, too, might have changed since we last met? Or simply because you can't remember? Not bad at all. A flawless answer. Back in my student days, I might have been drawn to every new and exciting ingredient I read about, constantly expanding my horizons and stepping out of my comfort zone. But now, I've grown accustomed to a life of comfort and routine. To paraphrase a certain Leowed legal expert, my life is fast approaching a state of living out one's golden years in peace and comfort. I'm no longer so easily moved by adventure and excitement. I'm sure you remember, a few years ago, when we were adventuring together, you found me that sweet-tasting alchemical ingredient. Well, my tastes haven't changed a bit since then. As expected, cutie, your brilliant mind has grown even sharper. Just a few gentle hints were all you needed to light that special spark of inspiration.
Finished. A new creation, custom made for you. This should help you fall asleep quickly and guarantee you peaceful dreams. It's called a slumbering rose.
From the colors to the choice of glass, everything's been carefully crafted. You've turned it into a completely different drink. Based purely on appearance, it's exactly my style. Time to see how it tastes. Full marks. It's like savoring an exquisite dessert before taking a stroll along the shore of Cider Lake, with a gentle breeze caressing your skin, relaxed and at ease. I no longer feel drained of energy, but neither am I overstimulated. I'm actually starting to feel a little sleepy. As a bedtime drink, this is pure perfection. So good, in fact, that I feel like writing an article to extol the virtues of this slumbering rose. I can use it as an opportunity to crown you the new maestro of mixology. Speaking of lakeside strolls, why don't you join me next time there's a clear, warm day, when the sun is bright but not too harsh? Any walk would be more relaxing with you to talk to along the way, cutie. Then, when we get back, you could fix me up another glass of slumbering rose. And I'll make just as sure to hold you to that. When the time comes, I won't accept any excuses.
like to drink on occasion. Any and every occasion. Good one. Solidify! Get back!
Element? Time for takeoff.
Warrior sweeping in! Burn! On me! Stabilize!
Think you can get away?
Stay away from me! Burn! Thunder!
Time for takeoff.
Solidify! Get back!
Element?
Thunder! sweeping in! Burn! Stabilize. This is order.
Think you can get away?
Watch out! The story has only just...
Burn! Charge! Gather!
Time for takeoff.
Stay away from me!
Sweeping in! The story has only just begun!
Think you can get away?
Solidify!
Burn it down! On my mark! Faster, stronger! The antenna! Grant me strength! It's justice o'clock! Charge! It's justice o'clock! Bring it! Light it up! Wrath from the sky! Controlled breathing! Start the clock! You ought to stand down! Hi! Hi! Kapow! Charge! Pyroclastic surge! On my mark! Faster, stronger! One fell swoop! Charge! It's justice o'clock! Hero incoming! Wrath from the sky! Start the clock! Controlled breathing! Hero incoming! It's justice o'clock! Look out below! Hi! Rise with the sun! Bring it! On my mark! Faster! Stronger! Pyroclastic surge! Heads up! Charge!
Greetings.
Huh? Are you heading out, Columbina?
Yes, I need to get a lyre repaired.
What?
One of the Kuhenki's lyres is broken. She greatly values this lyre, so I wish to have it restored.
Man, Kuhenki sure are multi-talented.
Of course. This little one often performs around here, and I sometimes sing along.
You know, Paimon's been thinking this for a while, but you sure do spoil the Kuhenki.
Well, it's only right. They have kept me company all this time, and often bring me amusing objects as well.
If you don't mind Paimon asking, how do you plan to fix this lyre? Didn't you say you didn't want to be seen by others?
In the past, small animals or Kuhenki would help deliver broken objects to an artisan's doorstep for me. All I had to do was wait for the artisan to find it. Of course, sometimes that would take a few days.
Seems like a roundabout way of doing things. Yeah, just leave it to us. Who knows? We might even be able to get this done today.
Very well. Thank you.
Our pleasure. By the way, what artisan do you usually bring your stuff to?
I don't know her name, but there's a large mechanical hand by her door, and she lives in a round, conch-like home. The aroma of crumb cakes often wafts from within as well.
Yep, that clears it up for sure.
You appear acquainted with...
Are you home?
Wait, Paimon? Is that you?
What brings you here, guys? Bring me any snacks? Paimon knew you'd say that. Here, we got you these on the way. Oh, quick, hand them over. Inefa's gonna be back soon. So, you here to hang out? What sort of fun things should we do? Actually, we need your help with something. Get that weird thing away from me! Weird thing? You mean this lyre? I told you! I don't mess with stuff that science and mechanics can't explain. I'm telling you, that lyre just shows up on my doorstep at random, and after I fix it, the thing up and disappears. Not that I believe in spooky, superstitious stuff like that. Okay. Seems like there's some sort of misunderstanding here. What do you mean? Yeah, she doesn't mean any harm. She just has her reasons for taking the lyre back without being seen. Really? You better not be making this up. Fine. I'm trusting you on this. I'll fix this thing for you, and this time, I'll try to make it last. Wait for me here. I'll be right back. Knew we could count on Aino. Oh, Paimon feels a little bad. Columbina's random item drop-offs had her so freaked out, though.
Yes, she deserves something in return.
Exactly. What are you doing here? You scared us.
I have something to give you.
Huh? What are these?
A few trinkets the Kuhenki collected. I thought the artisan might like them. Perhaps you could give them to her as thanks.
Oh! Huh. What a weird collection of components. Yeah, alright. We'll pass them along. Take care on your way back. There could be people around here. Huh? What is it? Oh!
Analyzing appearance.
What are you doing that for?
Match found. Resemblance to not cry moon goddess statues is 95%. Increased heart rate detected in the traveler.
Okay, all fixed. Did a pretty bang-up job if I do say so myself. It shouldn't break ever again. Also, about those snow... enough,
What was that last part, I know?
Those snazzy new components worked great, too.
Huh?
Who's that behind you? She kinda looks familiar. Have I seen her before? Whatever. The most important thing is, I hid those snacks Paimon gave me.
That's right. Also, she wanted you to have these components as thanks for fixing the lyre, I know.
Ooh, let me see. Wow. These are rare and so old. You sure I can take them?
Yes.
Thank you so much. If you ever need anything else fixed, just come find me. No need to be shy.
Well, we got places to be, so, I know, Ineppa, we'll swing by some other day, okay? Oh, we've got to get the damselette out of here, or Ineppa will recognize her for sure.
Oh, sure. See you some other time. I gotta do some cleanup quick, or Ineppa's gonna find the snack crumbs.
All right, until next time. I know.
Yeah?
Would you like to frame these components or preserve them in any way?
What? Why would I do that?
They appear to be gifts from the moon goddess.
Huh? What are you talking about? Remind me to check your circuits later.
Save.
Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. here. Reset and try again.
Building my mage's lodge was quite a rewarding experience. But as everyone knows, any mage worth her salt. There is actually a very simple reason for it. Not that I'm looking to build a bustling tourism hotspot or anything, but it would be a little embarrassing if no one ever visited at all. And that is why I must expand my territory. A mage's power and might must be witnessed by the outside world, if only once in a while.
Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Oops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Oops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again.
building my mage's lodge, there is actually not that I'm looking, and that is why.
Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Oops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Oops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again.
Yes, just like that. This will be more than enough to assassinate Varka. I'm going to assassinate Varka. I need ideas for assassinating the Grand Master. I went over this with Alice a long while ago. She stands with me and has even offered several ideas on how I might take him out. Of all her suggestions, this one seemed the most promising. Bring a full cart of Mondstadt's newest dandelion wine all the way here, and then, before Varka's very eyes, tip the entire cart over the cliff. Perhaps the monumental, overwhelming grief will make him collapse, or go drown himself in whatever other wine he can find.
That doesn't sound like it'll work. Wait, no! Don't even think about doing something so horrible.
When writing a novel, the author, naturally, seeks to be as extravagant as possible, especially when writing detective novels. If the opening lacks a striking turn, how is the rest of the plot meant to unfold? Alas, this will be my final attempt at writing detective novels. Oh, I suppose they call them crime novels in Inazuma. In any case, they all tell of crime. There's hardly a meaningful distinction. I also discussed it with Barbie, but our novel writing sessions always evolve into crime planning sessions. Methods of crime and puzzles of deduction. We have explored plenty of those, yet the plot would not advance. The Angel Killer case. Try as they might, the culprit remained elusive. The desperate detective rushed into the crowd, then shouted the revered names of the 4 great rulers at the sky. Whoosh! Pitter-patter. Boom! Detective and murderer reduced to ash.
What kind of writing is that? Doesn't that leave no room for deduction at all?
Of course there is. It was only through painstaking deduction that the detective finally discovered the names of the 4 great rulers, learning also that shouting them at the sky would inevitably reduce one to ash. My point exactly. Simply deducing who the culprit is has become dreadfully unoriginal. The subject of one's deductions must be something more creative. I even thought of having a Seelie detective, an angel who, longing to become a detective, became a Seelie, and by some twist of fate, ended up as a detective's assistant. All Seelies love to guide people, so this one went about leading the detective from case to case. I found the idea rather interesting. Come to think of it, the Seelie detective and the Angel Killer case seem far more interesting than assassinating the Grand Master. Never mind. It's precisely because I overthink every little detail that I've lost interest in continuing. Not to mention the mountain of words I'll have to write. The very thought of penning all those words. Oh, what a hassle. And I can't even get a ghostwriter for this one. I'll just work on the Angel Killer case instead. But how might the detective deduce the truth? Perhaps he could have a conveniently informative dream. Seelie detective. Hold on. why not have the Seelie guide that detective to assassinate the Grand Master instead?
Huh?
They're off for this patrol.
Can't help feeling like the sword's not heavy enough. Feels too light when I swing it. Guess Nodcry's forging styles just aren't to my taste. When I get back to Mondstadt, I'll have Wagner add some weight to this. Noelle! Ha ha ha! Yeah, that checks out. She's not used to ordinary weapons either. I even thought I'd try to find some special ore here in Nodcry. Bring a one-of-a-kind sword back as a gift. Though, I've spent ages looking and can't find the right stuff anywhere. Looks like I'm heading back empty-handed this time. Anyway, I've heard that Noelle's learning Jean's Gale Blade. That lines up nicely. I'll teach her a trick or two when I head back. If only Noelle could wield dual swords like I do, that'd be perfect. Then I could show her how you can create a gale with just your blade. She's still got a ways to go before she becomes a full-fledged knight, but for now, we could at least think up a proper knightly title for her. Outrider! Lionfang Knight. What other knights are we missing?
abyss's burning shadow!
All the light shines Begone, shadow of darkness!
Stay away from me! Thunder! On me!
The show begins! Let the world collide!
You got this!
Leave it to me! The story has only just begun! Get back!
Light compels you!
Strike a pose!
Get back! Stay away from...
Let my name echo in song!
I'm sorry. Go get it! I could have done more.
Hurry it! Sweeping in!
Shower me with praise! Let the world collide!
A worthy adversary.
How brilliant! Time to shine! Present!
Gather! Mind the side effects.
The ducky! Three moons converge.
taking a turn for the better. Be silent, to dust. Night falls. Order guide you.
Wait.
Close your eyes. Night falls.
Stabilize!
Mind the side effects.
A new moon rises.
Observe. Be silent. Observe. Remember, health comes first. A bitter pill to swallow. Gather!
Wait.
Close your eyes. Night falls. Be silent.
Stabilize!
New moons converge.
Observe. Fear the dark. Close your eyes.
I will have order! Solidify!
Seems like an emergency. Be silent. Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please. You look worried. Relax. It takes more than a little...